Hey, what is up guys? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review, but this time we're going to do something a little bit different. This is going to be a new series that I'm going to start up called Full Moon Mondays. Yep, that's right. We are going to be reviewing a whole bunch of full moon movie content. I'm excited because Full Moon is a studio that I kind of grew up on a little bit. And what I mean by that is I grew up on their other studio that they used to have. It was called Moonbeam. There's a little bit more kiddie stuff. Like I watched movies like Prehysteria and like Pet Shop and all that. I grew up on that kind of content. I did see a little bit of the Full Moon stuff like Ginger Dead Man and like Evil Bong. Yeah, but I really like those cheesy, it's so bad that it's good kind of horror film that Full Moon pretty much specializes in, and I wanted to start just reviewing them and just put some content out there. So every Monday, guys, I'm going to be giving you guys a full moon review, hence the Full Moon Mondays. And the first movie we're going to be talking about today is Demonic Toys. And since most of these movies are really old, like in the 70s, most of these movies, this is going to be a spoiler review. So if you don't want to know what happens in this movie, and if you're interested in watching it, watch that movie first, then come back, watch this review, so we can, we can talk about it. A pregnant policewoman and an innocent delivery boy become trapped in a haunted warehouse full of, you guessed it, demonic toys. And if you've been following my channel at all, you know, guys, that I am in love with practical effects. And this movie and Full Moon Productions are full of that kind of content. I just love some of the designs in this movie of the demonic toys, especially the Jack-in-the-Box clown snake thing. That thing's kind of creepy. Also, the baby in here, it just looks like an evil baby from Toy Story. Remember that baby, like that baby head in Sid's room? That's what it kind of gives me vibes of. But I was kind of like thrown off the way this movie starts. This movie starts like with a flashback, or what you later on realize is a flashback. It's just the lady cop, our main protagonist. She's sitting in the middle and there's two kids and they're playing a card game of war. And I was very confused of what's happening right now. Thought it was just a weird way to start off the movie, but we're introduced to our characters. We have the delivery boy, who's pretty much looks like a broke version of Marty McFly. I don't know. Interesting choice there, but I love it 100%. He works at a place called Chunky Chicken. Man, I am already in love with this movie. But it's funny because Chunky Chicken seems like, first of all, it's open at like 10 p.m. And there's like nobody in there, and his boss is getting mad at him for smoking inside, which is a valid criticism, but it just is like, hey dude, nobody's here, nobody's doing anything, nobody's coming to Chunky Chicken. It looks like a dump, it looks like there's bugs everywhere. But our delivery boy gets a call from, I think, Chunky Chicken's only customer, a security cop, a rather large security cop, maybe because he's eating Chunky Chicken all the time. But he gets a call from him saying, hey, give me my special order and come over here and we'll drink some beer. And usually when a movie sets up their characters like for the first 30 to 40 minutes of a movie, I don't usually think it's a good idea because I usually get bored. But like I said, since these characters are interesting, and you don't need a lot in a horror film, you just need characters with charisma, mostly charisma. And if you just give me a little bit of a backstory, like this guy is a teenage kid working at Chunky Chicken. That's enough of the backstory, and just let the chemistry do the rest. Same with this security guard. He's a dude that eats Chunky Chicken and listens to really bad music. I don't know what kind of music. It was like circus music. I also thought it was kind of funny that he had in the background on a little TV the Puppet Master series, which we'll get into those reviews later on. But on the other side of this, we do have the female cop who is our protagonist and her husband who are trying to take down this illegal gun selling ring, and they do it in the most stupidest way, because usually I'm thinking, you call backup once you get these guys. They don't do that. They just start pulling their guns on them, on people that have illegal guns that are bigger than your guns, and one of them gets shot. The husband gets shot, and the female cop is like, dude, you guys killed my husband, and I'm pregnant. Bad timing. But eventually everybody gets into one place, and that is the factory where the demonic toys are held. And the explanation that they have of the demonic toys being in the warehouse is random. They do try to explain why they're there in the warehouse, but they don't exactly tell you how they ended up there. The story that they tell of why the demonic toys are there and how they are demonic toys is that there's a demon buried underneath the factory and he's been there for 50 something years or more. Wasn't really paying attention because the whole time I was like, this doesn't make sense. But short story short, there's a demon there and he takes the form of a little kid, which, by the way, that kid who's playing the demon, he does an excellent job. I was cracking up the whole time because they make his voice a little like demonic and everything, and every time they give him green context too, and every time he's talking, it's like, man, he's having fun. He's having a fun time. Like, he gets to cuss. He's like, I'm gonna say like 13 years old. He gets to cuss. He's like yelling at people, grown adults. But the demon is there and has arisen because he wants to possess the female cop's unborn child and be born as a human, which I always thought was a weird idea for all these demons. They want to possess human bodies and like walk around the mortals, but then like you're mortal, so you can die easier. So why don't you just stay a demon where you can't die as easy? Some of the kills on here are just pretty laughable because the whole time people are getting killed by demonic toys, and I was like, okay, do these toys have demonic strength as well? Because to me, you know, I'm a pretty tall guy. You can't see it because I'm sitting down, but I'm a pretty tall guy, and I was thinking if there was a toy crawling up my leg, I would have enough time to punch it, kick it, throw it off me. These people don't do that. Once a toy's on them, they feel like it's like the Incredible Hulk and they have nothing to do, and they just let these demonic toys kill them. Oh, also, Billie Eilish is in this movie. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, the way that she shows up is kind of random. She comes out of a vent and she's like, I've been living here for the past couple of days. Oh, my father beat me up. That's why I have left. And nobody talks about that ever again. They're just like, okay. But I was surprised when she died because I didn't think that she was going to just die that fast. I thought she was going to be one of the main characters. The way they set her up, she was going to be there for the long haul. But nope, she just gets stabbed in the eye by a baby. But the movie comes to a climax of where the pizza delivery guy and the female cop are the only ones left, and they have to fight off the demon and the demonic toys. For some reason, one of the demonic toys, the demonic teddy bear, does a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like glow up and becomes larger. And that was kind of interesting and weird at the same time. I was like, okay, if you have all these powers to make every toy like a large version of themselves, why didn't you just do that in the beginning? But our heroes eventually kill the demon with the help of the policewoman's unborn child spirit. Yeah, so this movie has just combined the movie Soul, the Pixar film, with demonic toys, because one of the souls came from the astral plane and came down and possessed a toy soldier to kill off the demon. I love this movie. So overall, guys, I think Demonic Toys is great. It's awesome. I mean, if you're looking for a movie that it's so bad it's good, and then the story is kind of meh, but everything else is yeah, then I think this is the movie for you. But guys, let me know what you think of Demonic Toys in the comments down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Hey, let me know what you think of this new segment I'm going to be doing, Full Moon Mondays. Let me know what other movies in the Full Moon production line or whatever that you want me to review in the comments down below. Also, guys, don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.